Welcome to today's meditation. Find a comfortable position and let your eyes close when you're ready. Before we begin, a brief reflection on today's theme. Change doesn't happen in a single moment. The caterpillar doesn't become a butterfly overnight. The day doesn't flip from light to dark like a switch. The seasons don't change in one decisive shift. Transition is the in-between, the messy middle, the space where you're no longer who you were, but not yet who you're becoming. Most people rush through transitions. They want to skip ahead to the resolution, the clarity, the final form. But the transition itself is where the transformation happens. Today, we practice being present in the in-between, not rushing forward, not clinging to what was, just here in the becoming. Let your body settle. Feel the weight dropping down, held by whatever's beneath you. Notice your breath. In, out, natural, steady. Nothing to achieve here, just this. Transition is the hardest part, not because it's painful, but because it's uncertain. You've left what you knew, but you haven't arrived yet. There's nothing to hold on to. No clear identity. No fixed destination. Think about a time you were between things. Between jobs. Between relationships. Between versions of yourself. That uncomfortable space. That restless uncertainty. Remember how you wanted it to be over. How you just wanted to land somewhere. We hate transitions. We want before or after. Clear states. Solid ground. But life is mostly transition. Mostly movement. Mostly in between. The caterpillar dissolves completely inside the cocoon. It doesn't just grow wings. It liquefies, breaks down into soup. Imagine being that caterpillar, no longer yourself, not yet anything else, just dissolving. That sounds terrifying. but it's also how transformation works. You can't become something new without releasing what you were. And there's always a gap, a space where you're neither. We try to skip this part. We want instant transformation, clean breaks, clear transitions. But change doesn't work that way. It's messy, gradual. Sometimes it's 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Sometimes you don't even know it's happening until you look back. Notice your breath again. The space between breaths. That pause. After the exhale. Before the inhale. That's transition. Right there. You're always in it. What are you transitioning through right now? Maybe something obvious. A job change. A relationship shift. A move. Or maybe something subtler. A change in how you see yourself. A letting go of old beliefs. A slow rearrangement of priorities. Whatever it is, can you feel the discomfort? That urge to rush forward? To know how it ends? To be done already? This is the practice. Being here in the not knowing, in the dissolving, in the becoming. Not forcing the next chapter. Not clinging to the last one. Just being in this one. The messy middle. Transitions are where the growth happens. Not in the arrival. Not in the comfort of what was. But in the space between. Where you're forced to let go of certainty. Where you have to trust without knowing. Where you become flexible because there's nothing solid to hold on to. Think about dawn. That hour between night and day. Not dark, not light, something in between. The sky changes slowly, black to deep blue to pale gray to gold. It's gradual. You can't pinpoint the exact moment it becomes day. But you trust that it will. You don't panic at 4 in the morning thinking the sun forgot to rise. You trust the transition. Can you trust your own transitions the same way? That there's a natural rhythm? That things are unfolding even when you can't see the full picture? That the in-between is part of the process, not a mistake? We resist transitions because they ask us to give up control. You can't manage the timing. You can't speed it up. You can't guarantee the outcome. All you can do is be present for the process. Notice where you're holding. Your jaw, your shoulders, your belly. That tension is the resistance. The part of you that wants this to be over. Can you soften just a little? Not giving up. Just allowing. The seasons know how to transition. Autumn doesn't apologize for letting go. The trees don't panic when their leaves fall. They trust the cycle. Winter will come, then spring, then summer again. You're part of that same cycle. The same intelligence that moves the seasons is moving through you. Releasing what's no longer needed. Making space for what wants to emerge. Even when you can't see it yet. Transitioning doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It means you're changing, growing, evolving. And that's uncomfortable. It's supposed to be. The cocoon is dark. The dawn is uncertain. The in-between is awkward. But it's also where everything transforms. Notice your breath again. You're alive in this moment, even though you're between breaths, even though you're between thoughts, even though you're between who you were and who you're becoming. This moment is real, even if it's temporary, even if it's transitional. It still counts. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to know where you're headed. You don't need to see the full picture. You just need to be here, in this imperfect, uncertain, in-between moment. That's enough. That's the practice. Not rushing to the next thing. Not forcing clarity. Not demanding resolution. Just being present for the transition itself. Because this is where transformation happens. Not in the before, not in the after. Right here, in the messy, uncertain, uncomfortable middle. Carry this with you. When you're in transition and it feels like nothing's happening. When you're between versions of yourself and it feels confusing. When you just want to land somewhere solid. Remember, the caterpillar dissolves completely before it becomes a butterfly. The sky is most beautiful in transition. Dawn and dusk. The in-between. You're not stuck. You're becoming. Not just in meditation, but in everything. Begin to notice the space around you. Sounds near and far. The temperature of the air. Feel the weight of your body. Grounded. Here. Gently move your fingers, your toes, a deeper breath when you're ready. And let your eyes open. Still transitioning, still becoming. And that's exactly right. Thank you for practicing with me today. See you next time, because meditation should be free.